Hi, and welcome to the course tour for Fund Development. This is a Sociology 150T course for Humanics. You're looking here at my announcement page. I'm actually recording this in the middle of the semester, so you can see it as it's actually in progress. So when students come into my page, normally you would go to the Start Here page, and then I would have the course tour, plus I also have a review of the syllabus. Since this is an online course, I wanted to provide this option to my students so they could look at this. The course itself is designed to be in 10 steps, and you can see right here we have the 10 steps to fund development. So we have a nice graphic that explains how everything fits together. So you can see where my pointer is. Here are the 10 steps, and then each of these steps feeds into the final project for the course, and then the last 4 steps actually show the implementation that lead to the solid fundraising plan. Each one of the steps has their own activities and assignments and objectives, but in the front I also put, general assignment instruction that tells what I expect them to do and when I expect them to do it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to step 1 first. Each one of them, as you can see, has its objectives, and there are different videos and different reading assignments, and then linked into there it will go to the very first step, which is actually, or their steps actually are linked to, as you can see here, share or ideas. The journals are actually an optional thing. I'm not grading on those, but the link goes, this particular link, the step 1, goes straight to the discussion board, which I'll take you right there. And as you can see, here are the different discussion board items that they have. So other things link to the blog. And right now we have one that is really active here. We have their project interview questions. Their final project is a case statement. So you can see here I've got questions that they're going to be asking their nonprofit organization. Anyway, we also have in here different things that will allow the students to progress in the course. I added in how to make Blackboard work for you. Several of them I had given them the option to work in teams so that if they were going to work in teams that they could. Everything is here so it's easy for the student to see as they work through it. And then I also put a little bit about me. I have a video introduction and also my photo and how to get in touch with me. And if I go back to the discussion boards, one of the first things I did at the start of class was to actually have them get to know their classmates, kind of a little introduction. So I actually did the first one, and what I did is I did a little bio that I attached, and I also had some pictures, and I asked people to share their photos about the things that mean something to them, what they're into, that kind of deal. So my students did that. I also asked them to video themselves and to talk about, introduce themselves to the class so that we had a little more interaction. So a few of my students had attempted it, also gave them instructions, which I learned, by the way, to do instructions on how to use the camera when doing a post, which was really interesting because if you go into the posting for one of these, in fact, we'll just get to mine real quick, and let's just say that I was going to reply. What I found very interesting is that a lot of students didn't use this one feature, using the recording from the webcam. So when I did the announcements later, I put that in there. So at the end, when they work on their project, their final project in this class is a case statement. And let's open this up here. And there's a project template. Since I know all of them aren't familiar with the nonprofit organizations in town, I have pre-arranged for individuals that they can interview. And then I also have the different stages of the project that will be loaded up here. And as you can see here, I have the PowerPoint presentation and then their profile. On finals night, they are going to upload to Collaborate. Actually, I'll upload it, but they will give me 2 PowerPoint slides, and then we'll have a class discussion. One of the other things that I'm doing to kind of test this is to have my students do a check-in in the middle of the course. So if you go to my syllabus, here we go. If you go to my syllabus, and go toward the end of my class. I give them time to work on their project, but as you can see, the week of November 19th, we have a check-in, a mandatory check-in that the students will be doing, and I sent out a survey to my students to see when they would like to meet, and then I'm going to have office hours, and we're going to use Google Hangout for this as opposed to Collaborate. So a bunch of different things here, but overall this has been a really fun experience. I've been creating interaction. I think the one thing that I learned from this is that I think I would weight the class interaction a little more heavily than what I did, because I've been having some difficulty getting my students to participate at the same or around the same time, so I get a better conversation going. I just should have weighted the grades a little more heavily on the participation aspect. But overall, this has been getting great feedback from the students. They feel really supported. I also added into my syllabus what the expectation would be for me getting back to them, because I found that a lot of professors, when I was doing my reading in the Teaching Online book, A Practical Guide by Cohen Rosen, that it was really important to let the students know what the expectations would be. So overall, I'm really pleased with this, and it's been a real fun class, and I've enjoyed it thus far, and I'm hoping my students are as well. At least that's the feedback that I'm getting. And thank you for allowing me to be part of the online boot camp.